my name is Joe Jackson. No, I'm not Joe Jackson, the singer, but I am an interviewer, author, journalist, and broadcaster. And this week, ending June the 18th, 2021, I heard a rumour that you two are considering doing a 30th anniversary tour commemorating the albums Achtung Baby and Zooropa. As it transpires, back in 1993, Bono chose to give me a world exclusive by playing for me in the factory recording studio in Dublin a rough mix of their album Zooropa. We also did a completely improvised 2.25-hour interview that makes up, along with the backstory of the interview, my ebook Bono, the Zooropa Interviews Uncensored. So let me revisit my Zooropa interview and play for you in this, the first of a series of Zooropa album podcasts, what Bono said was the first draft of a poem he wrote and which he was thinking of performing during the Zooropa tour. The poem is called In Cold Blood. Enjoy this podcast, which is part of the Joe Jackson Interviews podcasts I like to call singles, because they last less than 5 minutes. He played for me most of the tracks from the album, and also at one point turned on his Apple PowerBook, clicked open a lyrics file, and read for me a poem which he was planning to read on tour, set against the backdrop of a still from Leni Riefenstahl's movie Triumph of the Will.
It was a piece written called In Cold Blood, which I haven't, to be honest, rewritten or anything.
Right.
I read a book once called In Cold Blood about a murder in the neighbourhood. Pages of facts did me no good. I read it like a blind man in cold blood. On cable television, I saw a woman weep live by satellite from a floodlit street, boy mistaken for a waste paper bin, a body that a child used to live in. Saw plastic explosives and an alarm clock, and the wrong men accused sitting in the dock. Karma is a word I never understood. How God could take a 4-year-old in cold blood. I live by a beach, but it feels like New York. I hear about 10 murders before I get to work. What's it going to be, Lord? Fire or flood? An act of mercy or in cold blood? Right. And it's just in the middle of the kitsch. Sometimes you have to stick the boot in, you know, but it's about overload. Most of what we're doing now.
You're going to recite that over?
Yeah, it's just kind of talked. Or I'll take samples of it, lines that I like.
Okay.
And like a line here, there, and because it's not about the cold blood of the act. It's about the cold blood of the way we respond to the act.
Right. If you did just that though, to strip down the drum sample, I mean, would that not be equally powerful?
I think it might.
You know what I mean? With nothing else, so all that gets across. I think they're very powerful verbal images.
Yeah, I think I could just read it.
Yeah.
And I thought, and on stage, if I'm reading it, I'll be reading it standing in front of a 12-foot by 12-foot television image of the child playing that drum.
Right.
In 1936 in the Olympic Stadium in Berlin.
Yeah. That's almost all you need, though, isn't it?
It's like that. Yeah.
Hi, Joe Jackson here again. I thank you for listening to this edition of the Joe Jackson Interviews podcast. And don't forget, my ebook, Bono, the Zooropa Interviews Uncensored, is available from all ebook outlets.